Hello and welcome to Conversations on Social Innovation. We are going to focus today on the topic of building your founding team. And what I'll be doing is answering a few questions that have been posed by you, our members, young aspiring social entrepreneurs who are part of our Innovate for Good online community. My name is Jennifer Corriero. I'm co-founder and executive director of TakingITGlobal. This was started in 1999, and so as I look back to my years of experience in starting and growing this organization, I see common threads of what I learned when we started in building our founding team, but also these approaches that I keep with me as we build new projects that each require a unique team. So the first question is from Kalinga, who is from Sri Lanka. And the question reads, when finding people for a startup, I look at their attitudes. Is this a good perspective for finding members of a founding team? And I would say, Kalinga, yes, definitely attitude is key. I do look for more than just attitude. I'm looking at what are the unique skills and talents and passions that this person has. And as far as attitude goes, I'm looking for someone who is willing to really be committed and dedicated to that common vision that is shared. And so if they're really skilled and talented, but they're not passionate about the vision, then it's probably not a good fit. What I'm also looking for are people who are solution-oriented. So people who can problem solve, look at a situation, and think about approaches on how it can be resolved and how we can create something to overcome those challenges, because we all problem solve in our own unique ways, and having a team is just strengthened by different approaches. The second question is from Catherine Lee, and she's from the United States in New Jersey. And she asks, what are the specific types of personalities that you, Jennifer, have found in growing TakingITGlobal that have most helped grow and expand it to where it is now? And how has it changed based on the direction that TakingITGlobal is taking? Big question. Thank you for that. What I find is that I continually need to know my strengths and to make sure that the composition of our team is as talented as possible. And I look at both the founding team in terms of the people who are working and thinking about it on a day in, day out basis versus the different types of teams that we grow and create who may offer advice. So that may be through the form of an informal network of mentors or advisors or our formal board of directors. And so actually when I think about a founding team from when we started, initially it was the people who would get together week by week. I would host these gatherings in the basement because I lived with my parents at the time, and people would come together and we'd share ideas, and we'd end each meeting with tasks that people would take on. And I would really look at, okay, well, these are the ideas that we want to pursue. So what are the skills that we need to attract? It may be technical skills, it may be writing skills, communication skills, presentation, designer skills. And I really would try to get to know what are the ideas people have in that stage and what are the skills that they want to bring. I also focused on what are the skills people want to develop. So even if they're not super strong in an area, but it's an area that they want to grow into, as long as they're able to learn and really willing to learn, then I would definitely invite people to apply themselves in areas that they wanted to grow. And that's also partially because our whole mission of TakingITGlobal is dedicated to helping young people grow and develop their skills and abilities. And so I had to practice that aspiration of what we're trying to achieve. From Carlos Reyes in Peru, the question is, if I cannot find a co-founder for my project or idea, would you recommend me starting it alone or not? Carlos, to you I say, how much do you believe in this idea? If you think it's something that's absolutely needed, I would say definitely get started. A co-founder can be seen as this one other person, but ultimately what you do need to focus on is building that team and building your network. And so eventually you may find that co-pilot to work together with you in a more dedicated way. But perhaps you need to start with clarifying your objectives first and sharing that vision and figuring out who is most interested in working together with you, and maybe building momentum first will allow you to find that person who can work together with you. And perhaps it's not just one person, maybe it's 3 people or 4 people or 5 people, and just recognizing as well that sometimes when you are a founder, your level of time and dedication and commitment will probably always be a little bit more, and you have to be careful of what you are expecting of other people. Like, yes, you're looking for people who are willing to put in their best effort, but you can expect them to to have the exact same amount of passion and dedicate just as much time as you, and otherwise that can be really intimidating or even discouraging for people. So I'd say go for it, get started, and allow people to make initial small commitments and build up to it rather than just saying it's sort of all or nothing. Having options will really allow you to grow what you're trying to do in a way that can work and be inclusive for different types of people. So again, thank you all for your questions. Really enjoyed them and look forward to chatting with you on a next topic on a future month.